Hi and welcome to a new video. Today I want to talk about the old new ST12 ZORO and SANJI. It got a lot of support in the new structure deck, not only because of the Miro starter deck but also because of the cooldown one. So first I'm going to explain to you the leader. So Don X1 you can bounce the 2 cost or higher to resend in 7k power or less character. Most of the time it's this Mihawk. When it's vested you draw one, discard one. Then if your leader is slash, play up to one character with a cost of 5 or less, which is also slash, which is most of the time the Kozuki Odin, draw one, and then one character with cost of 6 or less cannot be vested. And the other two new cards are the ZORO 2k, 1 cost with 1 2 cost or lower, if your leader has the slash attribute, which ZORO SANJI has, and the new Borsalino. When you trash a card from your hand, this card can minus 3 cost in your hand. It's a blocker, it's 6k, it's a 2k, and you have this Cavendish which trash a card and this Mio which trash a card. So for the other cards we play for Perona, Searcher, a lot of slash character, 2 Borsalino because we have 6k character, it's a 2 cost and a 2k, you can bounce it. You can make really nice play with it. I'm going to show you later because you can even go more for game with it, because you can always use your dons on one of your character to bounce and then have the dons vested to have to attach them to your 6k buddies with the Gardino. I'm gonna show you later. Then 4 times the 3 cost, 2k Mihawk. On play, you play a slash character with cost 4 or less. Really important to play on your first curve, mega low. Really good card to have against certain decks like Red Green Luffy and so on. Then 3 times the Alo, maybe you should play it at 4, I really like it. So you may give one of your vested don to one of your leader or characters, so that way we can always use leader ability. It's hard to remove because that good on KO effect. And against other decks you can give the opponent active don to one of their characters, so you can play around events or Red Green Luffy, for example. You can play around stuff like Charleston or the leader ability in general. Then we play 2 Smoker for the yellow slot decks. You could play more or less. I'm not quite convinced on the card. The extra don that it gives is really powerful, but the banish is not that needed because most of the time you won't actually withstand the Mihawk, but it's a good card. It's a 5 cost slash, which is also important. Then, most importantly, Mr. 1 and Mr. 2. They are on play, draw 1, 2 cost, so you always play them, draw 1, bounce them, play them, draw 1, and they have an attack in them, which is always nice because you have so much draw power. The plus 3k for the Mr. 1s also come in very handy, and Mr. 2, it's really good against high body leaders, which the deck struggles a lot with. Then 1 SANJI, I'm not quite convinced on this, but it feels very nice because you can make something unblockable, restand it, and have like, you can up to 3 characters, you can make up to 3 characters unblockable with this deck. Then the most important card for cost 6k Cavendish, and not only good stats line, but the effect is really good when attacking, draw 1, trash 1, once per turn. And then the Mr. 3 Gardino. Yeah, I think I don't have to explain to you why this card is really good. And 2 times that wins the game to go for game. So yeah, that's the deck list. Now I'm gonna show you the curve. Wait, this was one more. So here it is. So yeah, here it is. On your first curve you wanna have the 3 cost Mihawk into the 4 cost Cavendish, and on the second curve you wanna have either a lot of 2 cost character on your 4 cost turn, or the Cavendish or the Arlong. Now don't look too much on how I go face or something, just to show you what you want to play on curve. Like you see here, the Mihawk, Cavendish. Now if you if you play against ZORO SANJI, you want to make sure to destroy this Cavendish as fast as possible. I would even go to 9k leader swing just into the Cavendish, because then they have no play for the 5-turn turn. Or need to double 2k, which they should if they have it, but most of the time they don't. So here I'm thinking either you can play off the Along or the Mr. 1 2 times. I think playing off the 2 cards would be here better. So we probably do this. So yes, we're thinking, yeah, we played it out. Then attack. You turn now on 5, you want to get your other Cavendish on board quickly, because it's really good. Now here we're going to see a nice sequence, how you can utilize the 3 cost Mihawk a little bit better. You swing like 5 with the Mihawk, then 6 with the Cavendish, recycle. Now you can swing 6 with your leaders as well, and even bounce the Mihawk, we send the Cavendish and play out the Mihawk and the Cavendish again. That way we have one swing more than we would have otherwise. And the Cavendish here is better than the Odin anyway. So next we play out on 6. When we go second, we always want to play out the Mihawk into the Odin or Smoker or Cavendish. So in the mirror match, it doesn't look so good, but you're gonna see later how good it can be. And now here we normally on 7 want to do the same with the Mihawk and Odin, but we don't have it at the moment. So we discard here, and this is basically more or less secure. And then you want to play out, try to go for game for at your 9 or 10 on turn, because otherwise you get game. The game got really fast, really quick. So yeah. So here at the end, I want to show you a little bit of the Galdino play. Like here we can go 8 into leader, okay, with 2 cases. And then overplay the Mr. 2, I guess, Mr. Gardino, get 2 Wasted Dawn on it. So then we swing 6 with the Borsalino first, yes. So here, of course, because I had 2, I could have played even other, but I just want to show you the Mr. 2 game, 2 play here if you have only 1. Now we can like 6, bounce Galdino. I think you understand what I mean. And here we can even swing more. I think I'll show a little bit how explosive this deck can really be. And that's also show in the game I want to show you. So first again, the new Kusan starter deck. So honestly, I don't like the Kusan starter deck that much. It doesn't feel that good. But yeah, here we see the new fight cost. It looked like it served a lot, but not really, because on 6 we can play out the Mihawk and the Odin. We are at a lot of lives. Because of the Cavendish we have a lot of card war anyway. And with the Mihawk we can freeze what was his name? The blind guy, I don't know. So 5 swing, 6 swing, we cycle, the stack cycles a lot, which is also a good thing why you play a lot of 2K, because most of the time you have like 8 cards in hand and 7 of them are 2Ks. So there are a lot of variants you can play with this deck. You can even play the 6-cost Loopy which you play in the old variant because it's really good, but you need to see if you have room for it, maybe a 1 or 2 of. But yeah, here we cycle again. Even though they have 3 character, we have 2 life, we have a lot cards in hand. Now we can even play out another Mihawk, a Smoker, have another Dawn for it. So here the problem is I should have played out the 2 cost first, then bounce it. Or did I don't know, wait. I think then I won't have enough Dawn to play out the Mihawk. But I think that's fine as well. I don't know if I bounce here. Yeah, it's a right decision to bounce here to have the Odin back in hand, which is also nice, so you can play out ZORO next turn again to know where's something. Plus have the Smoker. And we have 2 Mr. Swigaldino, so it's more or less easy to go for game, which is really nice. So what they're gonna play here, 8 on 7, you don't, you always want to defend your board normally, but not 8 to 5, and not if it's freezed anyway, because we can play out another board the next turn anyway. We counter out this one pretty easily. And even we lost a lot of the board, as you may see now, we can play out a lot of cards anyway. Now 7 into life, discard the 1k. We can now bounce the Mr. 2 again, resend the Mihawk. Play out again, bounce, trash. Get 1 drawn and play out 2 6k blockers. And they are at 1 life. We have 2 Galdinos, which means we can swing a lot. Here they play out this card, whatever. I don't get why they play it, to be honest. It was really bad, but even if they played good cards, it wouldn't matter that much. Here we defend it because if we defend we have game for sure and they can't destroy it with our cards in hand, so simply 2k, 2k. Like I calculate if I can defend it, but yes, of course I can. 2k. And now we go for game as I explained with the Galdinos. First we swing 7. Then we swing like 9. And yes, then we would just swing like 6. We bounce the Mr. 2. Then bounce the Mr. 2. We send the Mihawk. Then we would have like 4 Wested Dawn, play out the Mr. 2, and then we'll have to go for game. But they need to have a lot of stuff for it. So if you wonder why I now have 2 times the speed, so we can watch the game a little bit faster here. So we're going first. Normally you want to go second because I think the second curve is better most of the time. But going first here is really nice because we can play out this. I thought for a second we could have even Mihawk and then the ZORO and then swing 5 into it. But I didn't like it for some reason. Or maybe I forgot it, I don't know. But that would be also a play. But that way we clear the character for sure. Now they have to swing 9, which isn't really optimal. Now we are at 5. You can play out the Smoker. Sadly we don't have a type for Mihawk because otherwise we could have played out the Mihawk and the Mr. 2. take here. Now 7 into face. Even though our hand doesn't look that great at the moment. We get Dawn back. We play out this one, bounce, play out the smoker again, smoker, attack. Like they either had to take or they need to trash one. No, they're at 9. Play out the pudding, play out the katakuri. Go for life, which is fine. We even counter it because we have so much counter. No 7 here, try to bait him to block because now we can like Megalo. Then go leader, bounce, then smoker. Attack with smoker. They need to counter, otherwise they need to balance their lives. Then I'm thinking we can either play out 2 times 2 costs or one of the Cavendish, but I think the 2 costs are way better to go for game later. And if we have Gardino, it's even more game. Oh no, this time not, because we only have 1 6k buddies, but... Oh no, wait, we would have made duplicate 6k buddies because the Bonclay copies the base cost. Or does it? Wait, I need to check it real quick. Yeah, okay, so the Bonclay copies the base power, so if your opponent's leader is at 6k, you copy it so the base power of the Mr. 2 is 6k, you can even Mr. 3 to 2k buff it. So that's a little interaction you maybe know when you play Goofy, but I just want to show it out here. So now we swing 6. We swing 6 again, thinking of what to bounce and what to withstand. And we send the Odin. Six here, we give up because look how many 2Ks we have, and even if they have like blocker or get life, we can simply swing over it. Like 14k, that's not a lot for the stack. Like look how much counter we have left, and we could have cycled even more, and now we can go 7-7 whatever. So yeah, this was the deck list. Of course there are a lot of cards you can play. It's simply all the good green and blue cards. You can of course play I Know You're Strong as an event. You can play Most Warhead, heavy variant. You can play the 4 cost 2k ZORO. This one, you could even thinking about playing this or this. You can play the Nami, which I really like. You could play out the new Wash Luffy, which you can resend, and then with even new blocker. You can play Brook to go for game. You could play the 6 cost Luffy, and so on. You can even play out the 8 cost Mihawk blocker. It's simply what the meta is. You can do really good calls of it, and because you draw so much, the deck is quite consistent. You can even play out Raging Tiger if the meta allows it. And yes, this was the deck profile. I was really surprised by the deck. I thought it was worse. It made a lot of fun. You should definitely test it out for yourself. And have a nice day. Bye.